If you've done several things at this time, now is a good time to come into Fragment, which is one of the apps which I have that plays with both shape and composition. So we're going to open up Fragment. I just made a nice little brown picture with pops of color. So for fun, I'll open up that one. And it's all right, but it's kind of blah. And I think the size and orientation is really good there. So let's see if we can make it a little bit more interesting with the Fragment app. All right, and this app allows you to add shapes of different types to go with the picture that you have there. There are, over here in the dotted area, you should have some more different things installed as well. You could do custom shapes, or tribal art if it's on yours. Let's do classics. I like classics because it's really simple, classic shapes. Got some interesting things happening with the color there, and I might not like that. So if I press on the arrow at the bottom, it has different colors that I can change that to. The reason why it's changing the background is I also have it on invert right there. That's really quite wild, isn't it? That the color there is pretty super complementary of each other. Opposites on the color wheel almost. That definitely a bright pink and a green are opposite colors. So that one's almost pretty complementary as a color. And then I've got the little box there breaking it up. So at least it's better, but I could come along across the bottom here and see if I find colors that appeal to me a little bit more. That it was brown to begin with. So, oh, I like that one. That one has kind of an inverted black and blue shape with the brown behind it. So I think I'll just leave that there and come back and push my arrow, and then I could play with the frame shape that's coming across the center. That one's kind of interesting. Here's shapes with squares that come around. So any of these things that really gets you excited about the shape, you can make them bigger, you can turn them. I like the triangle a lot, and you can change the angle that it's doing it. And we're at 100%, 200%, bigger triangles within the shape. So that's a pretty interesting one that you can do. So maybe not. Here's an upside down one. And then grid form. So out of these that I did, I have to decide which one do I think I want to save that's maybe the most interesting. That one's pretty dynamic, but I don't think it's the most interesting one there. So it gives you a lot of time here to make some critical choices. I think I'm just going to start there with that one. Once again, you're looking for some kind of arrow that is leaving the app page. So the arrow on the right hand of your screen is going out, and the arrow on the left is probably going back. So press the arrow going on the right hand of your screen, and when you do that, then you can see save, refragment, Instagram share. I'm going to save, and that's already saved in my camera roll, so I can't mess up. So I can still play if I want and do refragment. All right, so in refragment, let's go back where refragment. Save refragment. Mine may not be working right now. Okay, remember you can always go back and change these things down here and do a new color. Since it's still blue and I change to another color, I know I'm on refragment. So I can try some of these different things that are happening. You see blur, desaturate, 3D glasses. All right, let's see what happens if we do that. Or sunshine, brightness, blur, let's do blur, do contrast. Okay, so we go up there, and then whatever I add now will have a different function than the first one I did. So there I have a completely different design. So just so that I know that I've saved two, they're both dealing with shape, they're dealing with the composition and form, and so we're going to save that one as well, and that will be more into your elements of design.